Welcome back everyone. It's been a little while since we last shot a video. Apologies for that, we've been in the lockdown at the moment. Coming to your poll, we had two things really that people wanted to see. They first of all wanted to see what are the hidden secret functions of the Land Rover Discovery 3 and 4, and also you wanted to see some of the top 10 most annoying things. Well, we'll save that top 10 most annoying for later, and likewise we'll also come back to you soon with the extra terrain response mode. So please subscribe and like and click that notification bell. First up, it's cold weather at the moment, and one of the most common things that people seem to post on the forums when they first get a Land Rover is, why is my Land Rover smoking? Well, the answer to that is it has a fuel burning heater. Below 6 degrees centigrade, I think that's 43 Fahrenheit, in the mornings it will actually switch on that fuel burning heater to allow the engine and also the cabin to warm up much more quickly. Let's see if it's going to actually make some smoke now and switch it on. It's not super cold at the moment, but you can see there's a little bit of smoke coming. If you come around and actually look into the wheel arch, the pipe that's just down here, this is actually the outlet or the exhaust for the fuel burning heater. I have actually got some video of that with some more deeper smoke. Let's have a look inside the bonnet. This piece here, this is a Westbasto heater. Some of the units have a remote control, so you can actually switch them on a timer or separately. This one's just the basic one, and as I said, that comes on any time the temperature's below 6 degrees centigrade. If you're getting really excessive amounts of smoke coming from it, then I really recommend you get that serviced. Let's now have a look at a couple of the functions and features inside the car. Let's start off inside with some of the hidden features of the Land Rover Discovery 3. On the radio, if we switch it on and then press and hold down the right menu twizzle button, I think you need to hold it for about 3 seconds first of all. You'll see after 3 seconds it will pop up maybe it's even 5 seconds, it will pop up the first menu here. Yeah, in fact let me just turn that volume down. And it's telling me about the serial number, the VIN number and things like this. If I press and hold that button down again for another 3 to 5 seconds, it's going to go into a second menu where we'll actually see more information about it. Here we go here. So now we can actually see on here, we've got things like the date of manufacture. If I twizzle the knob, we have other things which I'm really not quite sure what they all are. And in fact, if you know, please comment in the notes in this video as well, because I'll be keen to understand more of this as well. There is some interesting features as I really get further down the list here. We can see here where we have the voltage that's currently being supplied through the vehicle. That's about it from in that radio menu. I haven't seen many other sort of really interesting things which are in here as well. There is a diagnostics test. It takes a few minutes for it to run through, and I didn't really see much interest in there. Alright, so that's the radio. Now let's have a look at the display screen and the hidden menus in there. To get the hidden menu up on the display screen, it's a little bit fiddly. You have to hold and press just about here on the display screen for around about 3 seconds, then release and press and hold the hard button for the navigation for 3 seconds. The pin code to enter into it is 753 and click OK. And then you'll see that it will actually bring up this diagnostics menu. As for the last discussion, I'm not sure what absolutely everything does in here, but there's a few things which I did find that was interesting. The first thing is if you actually go into the configurations, in here you can see what the firmware versions, etc. and things like this which are available. Next thing in here is the vehicle configurations. This is very similar, it just gives you more information about it in terms of, again, which firmware version and other things which are in there. But probably more interesting than that is the vehicle signals. In this vehicle signals, let's actually switch it on, we can again see here things such as the current voltage, how the things are actually functioning, etc. in here. Let's actually go back one more as well. Also you see things here like reverse gear, it shows you which things are switched on, etc. Even more interesting than that, I think, though, is the self-test. In this self-test, you can see as well here, it's actually first of all showing you what the ignition setting is at. This one's actually showing it's just in the on setting. I'll actually switch the engine on now, start it up. You can see that's changed. And in here, I guess, because it talks about having the error codes in here, I'm guessing in here, if it had any errors, it would actually display those in there. So probably quite a handy menu to get to. I don't believe it gives you the same level of error codes you would get if you had a diagnostic tool plugged in. But again, please note in the comments to anyone who does know exactly what that does. Other things in here as well, I wouldn't really recommend going into here and doing things such as the touchscreen test. That's actually to calibrate the screen. I think it's very rare that anyone actually ever needs to do that. And there is a much deeper sort of test here for this MOS test, which goes through a whole load of diagnostics. When you're off-road or reversing, it can be really annoying if you've got the seatbelt warning alarm that goes off each time you want to take your belt off just to sort of do a careful manoeuvre. What you can actually switch that alarm off. Switch on the vehicle, first ignition point, and then all you need to do actually is to actually plug the seatbelt in and out 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when I get to number 8, you'll actually hear a beep and look on the screen, which I think should be just about now, and you can see the symbol for the seatbelt flashed. Up here, it flashed, and that means that it's actually toggled between on and off. It's toggled between having either the warning beep sound on or off. If you're like me and you've got the auto light setting, I tend to leave my car with that switched to that all the time, meaning that the lights come on when it gets dark. But I'm always never quite sure, are the lights on, especially if it's raining a little bit dark. You don't see on the LR3, the Discovery 3, you don't see anything on the dashboard to tell you whether the lights are on or off. One really handy little thing is, just at the front of your interior light, there's this small little LED light here. This little LED light comes on when the headlights are on. So let's just actually look at that now. That's with it off, and as soon as I switch my headlights, I'll just have to put it onto the normal mode, you can see that little LED light shines like that. Comes on and off, on and off. And so you can easily at night, if you need to, you can just put your hand there and you can see whether that light is on or off. Land Rover built in a few fail-safes for us. One of the things here is if you need to be able to get into the rear tailgate. On this here, normally you use these for unlocking the car, but if I press and hold both of these down at the same time, listen out, after a few seconds, ka-ting, and that's actually the rear tailgate that's just opened up in the back now. Let's go and have a look at that. You can see now that the tailgate had just popped open a little bit, so without having to press the button I can now just open it up. With the tailgate open, the next thing is that sometimes this electrical button here can malfunction. If you can't press that, you can't fold down the tailgate. But there is actually a way you can do it. Inside here, and you maybe need to actually come in and actually have a look with the camera for us. Inside here there's some really small little catches which are just in this bottom piece here. If I press up this little catch, and there's one on the other side here as well. We'll have a look inside for you more closely in a second. Press up that catch, and you can see it comes open. In the Discovery 3, you have the normal suspension modes of the entry access mode, the normal mode, and the off-road mode. But there's also a couple of other modes in there as well which are sort of hidden away. First of all, we have the extended mode, and that kicks in whenever the vehicle either gets grounded, or also if you're crossing deep water, you'll also find and see on the screen, it'll tell you it's going to move into this extended mode. And they also have what's called the super extended mode, and that's really if you're going to get super locked down or bogged, and then you can raise it yourself. I'll show you now how you can quickly get into this extended mode. First of all then, you need to actually be in your off-road setting, and then the quickest and easiest way to do this is actually get a block of wood. I just keep a block of wood in the back of the car and then pop it underneath, just so it's resting on one of the cross members. And you can see there that it's actually quite close to that piece of wood, so there's not much gap in there. When I get back in, I'm now going to lower down the suspension. So we're currently in the off-road height. I'm going to lower down and just watch the dashboard as well as this does this. So as I lower down the height, you can actually see it says suspension normal height, and now it says suspension in extended mode. And you'll see the vehicle is now raising up and it's gone to the higher level. If I now put my foot down on the brake and also push the up mode to go up, hold it for 3 seconds and it should go bing, we hear it again, and that's moved into the super extended mode. And now if you look underneath, you should see that the vehicle is raised to its highest height in that super extended mode. And making a comparison there, you can see now, whereas previously we had virtually no gap between the piece of wood and the understrut, now you see you've got a good 2 to 3 inches worth of gap there. And also notice here as well the height difference on the wheels in that super extended mode. So save the best till last. Cup holders, hidden cup holders. You've got the normal bottle holders here, the cup holders on the main sort of dash area, but we've also got the little one in the front, and not many people even notice as well, in the back down here we've got another couple small cup holders. Thanks again for watching. Next time round we will bring you that top 10 most annoying things on the Discovery 3. And also, as soon as we can get back out on the off-road tracks, we'll bring you the sand modes and also some more on the rock crawl. Thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. You can see now the tailgate has opened. I don't need to press the button to be able to what have I done?